All right, gentlemen. Yeah, listen, bro. We're gonna watch this Boostio clip because everybody's been talking about it.
Bro, yeah, dude, I did 14 hours of content. Dude, I did 14 hours of content, um, 2 days ago, and then I did 4 hours today. Monday, I did 2. And then on the 25th, I have another 4-hour shoot at 7 a.m. Hunter T does not want us to win, by the way. Hunter T does not give a f if we win. They do not care. They actually don't care. It's just content.
Look, man, it's hard for me to even listen to that clip and not approach this with like some comedic relief. But when I hear Boostio say that on stream, brother, listen. The only things that I've ever told Boostio is how badly I want to win. Now, me personally, compared to what the content team, production, and just 100 Thieves as a whole is asking from him, look, I don't think Boostio is going out on this stream and like over exaggerating. I mean, maybe could he be? Yeah, absolutely. But I don't doubt that he actually feels
Anonymous
this way in some capacity or
$10.
another.
Skip to 58 minutes. Nadeshot. He says you can drop him. He doesn't give a fuck.
It's like they could just like drop me or just accept it.
3C.
Like,
Yeah, I just don't know where all the hostility is coming from. I really don't. I mean, listen, I have been in the office, gentlemen, straight up, but
yeah, Roy. The thing is, though, is like, I could provide for fucking a long time without having to do this content shit. Like, if I really wanted to, I could just say I could just say no. And
Are they
then,
leaving?
like,
I'm not sure.
it would be what it
might go
is.
back in.
Like, they could just like drop me or just accept it.
3C.
Like,
One more.
Enemy remaining.
oh, good aim, Viper. They could just drop me or accept it, and like,
yo, listen, man, yo, straight up, I'm just gonna let you guys know right off the rip. I don't even know how things. We're in June. We just got back from Shanghai. I don't even know where the fuck all this is coming from. All right. Again, though, I'm not as prevalently involved in the day-to-day as I was last year or the 7 years before that. Boostio, you got to listen to me, brother. Before you pop off saying all this shit on stream, just send me a DM, brother. Just send me a DM, say, yo, we need to talk. I've got some concerns. Let's walk through it together. Because for me, this don't help me at all. Like, I know what you'll probably say. Well, you're not in the office. We don't see you. I'm always available. And I told you that at the dinner. I've told you that before a handful of times. Like, the only thing that I care about is this team winning. Now, here's the problem, though, with players, just more broadly across esports. The rigorous schedule that he just laid out, saying 14 hours this day, 4 hours this day, another 2 hours that day. There is nothing that we do from a partnerships perspective that requires that much time commitment from our players. We have always kind of conformed to our players' schedule and have really, truly tried to make winning a priority at 100 Thieves because, like, to me, that's what I care about. But we do have to be able to pay for salaries. We do have to be able to pay for the employees that support the players and support the teams and support the entire organization. You know, I think the venture wave of funding in esports has given players like a very different perspective of what esports was like. And Boostio, I think, has been around for a decent amount of time, but money just doesn't grow on trees, gentlemen. Like, we have to do things for our partners so that they can write checks so that we can write our players checks. You know, I think all of the hype around these like valuations and the capital raise for all of these teams really gave everybody a very different perspective of how a business is actually ran. Okay? And there has never even been a conversation about dropping Boostio. So I don't know why he gets on stream to talk about all of these things, especially because him and I have a great rapport. Like, I thought we have a pretty good relationship. You know, I was obviously closer with like past iterations of the teams that we've had because I was in the office pretty much 3, 4, 5 days a week. But I think if you're coming here to find some clickbait drama, I certainly could lean into it. It'd probably be the best thing for the org because drama just sells like across the board. But I think Boostio and I and Jacob, our president of 100 Thieves, we just need to have a conversation because clearly he feels very strongly about the fact that his time is being wasted. But at the same time, man, there's things that I can't talk about. There's things that I can't talk about. But at the end of the day, like, content is something that is a necessity for teams to be able to afford to provide for our players, for the organization as a whole. It just, there's no other way around it, man. Like, bro, we won North America stage 1 or whatever the fuck that was. We won the playoffs to get to Shanghai. And then we got 4th place at Shanghai. And let me say this, it did not impact our sticker sales or our in-game bundles at all. Right? And yeah, we're there. The team, by performing well, certainly created more added value for our partners that were on the jersey. That is something that we could go back to the partnerships team and then approach the agencies and then the brands themselves that we're currently in contract with and be like, hey, here's all this engagement. Here's all this added value. You know, maybe can we cut out some of these other deliverables that you asked for? But this is not a problem that cannot be solved. Now, I do think it's unfair for Boostio to approach the conversation in this manner. I don't know of anybody that works at 100 Thieves that would ever be like sharp elbows and a dickhead or a piece of shit about getting honest feedback from the team and the players. Like, this to me is just getting blown out of proportion, and this is just Boostio trying to feel some type of therapy. Oh, thank you so much. You can leave it right there, Jackie.
I did see you in a server. I did see you.
Unfortunate. Nobody went short.
Into.
As I was
You were
ulting.
just condiment. Yeah, bro.
Switching
Would you
sides.
trade that husband for a handle of vodka? Of course. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude, I did 14 hours of content. Dude, I did 14 hours of content.
I'm gonna tell you. Hold up, bro.
2 days ago, and then I did 4 hours today. Monday, I did 2. And then on the 25th, I have another 4-hour shoot at 7 a.m. 100 T does not want us to win, by the way. 100
See,
T
that's
does
the
not
only
give a
thing that
fuck
would
if
make
we
me
win.
want to tee up and
They do
fucking
not care.
go blow for blow with this guy. That's insane, bro. Yo, Boostio, you know that's fucking insane to say something like that. I'm sure from your perspective, like, you're not going to say something like this if you didn't actually feel it. That actually hurts to hear. But I understand, man. Emotions run high. Clearly, you care about winning just as much as I thought that you thought that we wanted to win. That's the only thing that, you know, kind of gets me kind of tight is hearing him say that. But again, that's out of passion. I'd rather have somebody that has strong opinions than no opinion at all. That's God's honest truth. Like, when somebody has a strong opinion, I think that's, in general, a very, very, very good thing. Make an example, this is bad. There ain't no need to be making an example out of nobody, man. This is not fucking Game of Thrones, man. We are all working towards one goal. Boostio thinks that goal or the target might be different than what I thought our goal was together, because you can't tell me that you can't do content, scrims, and all the other things that are required for you to be a professional player on a team like 100 Thieves and still not succeed. You know? Like, has the schedule changed at all from stage 1 going into Shanghai compared to now? Maybe they got caught on a bad week and were being asked to do a bunch of other shit that they haven't had to experience before, maybe. But I'm going to get to the bottom of this and we'll sort it out. That's it. I love this team. It's the best performing team we've had in a minute for the Valorant program. So I certainly don't want that to crumble. But my man Boostio is doing exactly what I do. A little bit of self-therapy on stream, talk to the chat. And again, when you're younger and you're in the limelight and you got the spotlight on you, emotions run high. So I get it, but at the same time, if this guy caught me on a different day, this would not be good. You already missed the part where we approached this very rationally, very professionally. Said that Boostio just needs to reach out to me or talk to our management team about his concerns about the content schedule. If that's already happened and we already told him to like sit down, shut up, and just film it, I'd be surprised if that were the case. Because listen, man, like everybody that works at 100 Thieves, this is not only is it a job, but a lot of people really, really care about our players, really care about our team. And I truly don't know anybody that works at that company that would be like, hey, shut the fuck up. You have to do this. There's just no way that there hasn't been some way to reconcile the situation. And maybe Boostio isn't communicating to our team, or whether his management or agent needs to have that conversation. Maybe they already have. But Jacob, who, again, chat, is the president of 100 Thieves, we need him to listen to the clip. And then I'm going to get more context from him
I did see you
to
in a
understand
server. I
this
did
content
see you.
schedule
Unfortunate.
that he's
Nobody
referring
went
to.
short.
Because I don't...
Into
As I was
viewer
ulting.
just condom in.
We'll get it fixed.
Yeah, bro.
Switching
Would you
sides.
trade that husband for a handle of vodka? Of course. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude, I did 14 hours of content. Dude, I did 14 hours of content.
I'll be honest with you guys. I was in every fucking 100 Thieves YouTube video that's ever existed up until like a year and a half ago. I don't think I've ever had a 14-hour shoot. We better have a fucking great YouTube slate coming out if he's talking about 14 hours. The only thing that I can think of is maybe it was that Call of Duty Fallout event, but that, I'm trying to figure it out. We'll
2
get to the
days
bottom
ago,
of it.
and then I did
Just bear with
4
me.
hours today. Monday, I did 2. And then on the 25th, I have another 4-hour shoot at 7 a.m. 100T does not want us to win, by the way. 100T does not give a fuck if we win. They do not care. They actually don't care. It's just content.
He sounds burnt out. I feel that. A lot of the Sentinel players were talking about burnout after they got back from Madrid, because they definitely have been thrusted into this new split pretty quickly. Here, this is the only thing that I would say to Boostio, and I'll tell him off stream too, because again, I'm approaching this as rationally as possible, because I like Boostio, man. I think he's actually been some of the best energy that we've gotten into the organization from a competitive standpoint for a while, man. A lot of times, you know, esports, think about it, bro. You have folks that grew up pretty, like arm's length away from like a normal, you know, social life, a normal upbringing. I'm not saying that these players don't, but more cases than not, the players are a little bit more like cerebral, a little bit more reserved, a little less social. They don't really talk as much as like a D1 fucking like a college like athlete, something like that. Same age range, but they're all normally pretty, I'm not saying there's like an archetype of esports players, but they're pretty quiet for the most part. Certainly in League of Legends, we've definitely got more of that in Valorant. Call of Duty is pretty loud, but overall, maybe he just hasn't communicated these things to our team. Guys, oh, I remember. The reason why, this is the only thing that I would say to Boostio, I'll say it online, I'll say it offline. Our president of esport, or our president of the entire company, Jacob Toft Anderson, he's been with me since like the first year of 100 Thieves, maybe going into the second, but that's like 6 years where his entire job up until he was the president of the entire org, he was the head of esports for us the entirety of his tenure here. Brother, I have put my fists into drywall because 100 Thieves losing matches. The only reason why this clip kind of hits home a little bit is because it's very unfair for Boostio to come into the organization at the time that he has when there's 7 years of history and say, you know, to his community and his viewers that we don't care about winning. I understand that it might be easy to jump on the bandwagon of like apparel sales and all the clothing drops that we have done. And then content has definitely always been a big priority at 100 Thieves. But again, the reason why that's a priority is so that we can afford to do all the things that you need to do to create a successful esports organization, man. The money just doesn't grow on trees, man. You need partners. You need apparel sales. You need all these things so that we can pay the players more when they win or when we need to go out and get a big contract, big player. So I just don't think that there's enough understanding of how the business actually works. And the executive team at 100 Thieves has actually done a great job in the last 6 months since I've been spending a lot of time streaming, where they are pretty much doing a meeting every single week with every employee at 100 Thieves, and they all talk about the business together. There really aren't that many decisions that we make as an organization anymore that are made by like one or two folks like we used to do it. And I think it's actually been amazing for the culture from what I've been told. People actually do feel a lot more empowered at the place that they work. So I would remember if I were a player. Unfortunately, it sounds like the content schedule for whatever week he's talking about was a little maxed out in the RPMs. It's a little too much. Again, I need to get more context on that because I don't think we've ever tried to kill our players with content shoots, but it is necessary for us. So I'm going to hear more about it. But I would just say for any player that is looking to succeed as a professional or inside of an organization, Boostio has a little bit of experience. So it's a little tougher for me to hear him say it, but I'm not upset with him, man. I know that he cares about winning, and I know he's got strong opinions. And to me, once again, not to sound like a broken record, in my mind, that is a good thing. I like players that care. I like players that want to win. I like players that have high emotions because that high emotion, I think, is necessary to win. So, you know, it might be great for you guys to watch unfold. Everybody telling me not to crash out. I fuck with Boostio. I want him to be happy on 100 Thieves. I don't know how we got from winning the last playoffs to then Shanghai to now where he's talking on stream about they could drop me. I don't care. Who's going to say anything to me? Yada, yada, yada. I just think that this is kind of taking a left turn, and I'm trying to figure out how it was even possible for us to take a left turn because I don't think there's anybody in the organization that wants to be adversarial to what the players need and what they think they want in order to succeed and win for this organization. I think he could work on his tone, his delivery, and maybe go through the proper channels first. But that is me making a lot of assumptions, assuming that he hasn't gone through the proper channels first. Okay, so Jacob, our president, I'm sharing text right now. He says, in any case, the timing could be poorly chosen right now to be delivering or asking for as much content as we have asked them for, which I agree. You know, you come back from Shanghai and then 2 weeks later, you're back in competing on stage. That's not a lot of break. You know, you're just getting over jet lag after a couple days. That's probably really fucking tough. And then you got to get back into scrims. We got new agents, new metas, new buffs, new nerfs. Things have changed. It's a lot of work, man, at the highest level. But I don't think that these are issues that can't be solved. And we'll get to the bottom of it, man. I don't want any player to feel like this, but I also don't want to feel this way when I see a player talking like this. So I've dealt with a lot worse here, learning how to work with folks every single day. Like nothing is easy, bro. Everything is difficult. And that's just how it is. When money's involved, time is involved, fucking everybody's got their own life they're trying to live. Emotions run high. We'll figure it out. But I would like to say, as somebody who's been here from the very beginning, started the organization, no matter how many times I say it, it really don't fucking matter. So I'm probably just fucking, it's going to fall on deaf ears. For the last 6 months while I've been away from the day-to-day, from the day that I left, from the meetings that I have, my only priority, even from the beginning, I want to win, brother.